We're going to start out with the stock class. And we're going to start, first of all, instead of just going through the top 10, how about let's hold our applause till we get to the end of it. We'll give them all a big round of applause. Does that work okay? That way we can kind of move along here. But before I get started with the top 10, I do want to do an honorable mention for people that won in that class but did not make the top 10 in points. We had Brad Heater, the 05, he picked up a win. Justin Seifert, the 37, he picked up a win up at I-35. Mike Harder and Jason Estes all picked up feature wins but did not make the top 10, so let's give them a round of applause right quick. All right, in the stock class, USRA stocks, I'd like to thank McCarthy Auto Group for sponsoring us up at I-35 Speedway. Let me get this down a little bit better where I can see my trifocus here. 10th place, driving car number 4 out of Gallatin, Missouri, Darrell Witt finished 10th. 9th place, the Rookie of the Year, driving car number 36, Holden Schultz out of Stewartsville, Missouri. He is sponsored by DX Racing. 8th place, driving car number 12C, the old Cruise, Bill John Cruz out of Polo, Missouri. 7th place, car number 21H, Billy Hoover. He is out of Stewartsville, Missouri, also sponsored by DX Racing. 6th place, car number 18, that is Rowdy Richard Moulton out of Altamont, Missouri, sponsored by Cameron Auto Repair. In the 5th spot, driving car number 75, the racing lady, Miss Tracy Summers, coming up from Jamesport, Missouri. She is sponsored by Cameron Engines and Bozak Racing. 4th place, car number 86C, the Hulkster himself, Jake Cameron. He had 1 win on the year. He's out of Winston, Missouri. He's sponsored by Cameron Auto Repair, Hooker Harness, and he drives Ford Racing Horsepower. Where's Higley at? He drives Ford too. He's one in the minority, but he's over somewhere. All right, in 3rd place, driving car number 88, old Big Jeff Dixon. Horn me, baby. Where's she at? She not here tonight? Okay, we'll keep going. Big Jeff Dixon, he had 1 win on the year out of Jamesport, Missouri, and he is sponsored by Husqvarna Racing and Darrell's Garage. 2nd place in the points, driver of that car number 65X and I-35 track champion, Thomas the Train Roberts with 10 wins out of Cameron, Missouri, sponsors Boulder Motorsports, Roberts Ranch, and Quaker State. And your USRA I-35 Speedway track champion, driving car number 77, old Hollywood himself, Dean Ray, 7 wins to his credit. He is out of Jamesport, Missouri, sponsored by WW Motorsports, Mopar, Shocker Chassis, 69 Design, Waterbury Farm, South, Frontier Auto, and Truck Parts, Peppery Farms, Fast Lane Engine, raised bait, tackle, and guns, and I think that's all of them.
And we move on to Lakeside's USRA Stock Cars, Top 10. In 10th points, Richard Sparks. In 9th, Kevin Anderson. In 8th, Nick Smith. In 7th, Vernon Keever. Larry Waters in 6th. Justin Seifert in 5th. Anthony Whittam in 4th. Finishing 3rd, Marshall Jewett. In 2nd, Joe Smith Jr. And your champion, USRA Stock Cars. More feature wins than anybody in that class, Brett Heater. Woo!
Keep it out present. Also nice. Yeah, there you go.
All right, everybody looking this way? One more. Okay, thank you.
Don't forget, race teams, if you want your pictures taken, the photo booth is set out in the hallway.
Okay, moving along to the USRA Hobby Stock class. I'd like to give a special mention out to John Bowler, Connor Basner, Eric Stanton, Billy Hoover, 21H, who moved up to stock later in the year, and Brady the Missing Link, all with feature wins in the USRA Hobby Stock class at I-35 Speedway. Starting with 5th place. 5th place finisher in the points, number 7K, that was Randy Smith Sr. out of Amity, Missouri. 4th place, car number 17T, was Tyler Clark out of Osceola, Iowa. 3rd place, car number 23G, part of the Iowa Mafia, Greg Gilbert, had 3 wins on the year. He is also out of Osceola, Iowa. 2nd place in the points, driving the old Hot Rod League in the number 83, Derek Ainsworth, with 3 wins to his credit out of Excelsior Springs, Missouri, sponsored by family and friends. And winning the points, USRA Hobby Stock class, driving car number 34, the Maysville Mauler, Mick Ross, 9 wins. He's out of Maysville, Missouri, sponsored by Creative Image, DX Racing, I-35 Speedway, and Andy Clark Insurance. Let's give him a round of applause. You know, Bob, you're not quite as great as Mike. I just noticed that. You're right. You know, you're not quite as. Yeah, you're getting there. Don't sell
I got
yourself.
quite a ways to go.
Don't sell yourself short, though. You're getting there. Yeah. Okay, we're heading to the Grand National class. Special mention to Donnie Brown, car number 26, with 4 feature wins, did not make the top 5 in points. Okay, 5th place, driving that car number 9, standing up here beside of him. He usually talks to his home planet, the old alien, Don Mars. 2 wins out of Shawnee, Kansas, sponsored by Mars Recycling, Mars Tree Service, and Lakeside Speedway. 4th place, driver of that car number 9P, picked up the most improved driver, Biggin, Marty Powell, out of Kansas City, Missouri, Johnson Ridge Development, I-35 Speedway, Buzz Muffler on that race car. 3rd place, now go wait for the sponsors till I get to the last one. Driver of that car number 97, the old Moose is Loose, Houston Johnson, had 5 wins on the year. 2nd place, driver of car number 54, Obama himself, Buzz Castor, 6 wins to his credit. He is out of Kansas City, Missouri. 1st place in the points, driving the car number 98, the sensation, Austin Johnson, with 6 wins out of Smithville, Missouri. The last 3 car sponsors are McCarthy Auto Group, Buzz Muffler, Johnson Ridge Development, Coca-Cola Bottling, and Greaves Rolling Farms. Let's give them a round of applause. Get in there. Get in there. Go ahead, Ray.
There you go. Very good. There we go.
Lakeside Speedway Grand Nationals. In 10th, Bill Rusinger. In 9th, Jim Baker. Finishing 8th, Nick Drew. In 7th, Houston Johnson. In 6th, Marshall Jewett. Don Mars in 5th. Donnie Brown in 4th. Austin Johnson in 3rd. Gary Donaldson in 2nd. Your champion, Lakeside Speedway Grand Nationals, Tim Shields.
Nah, go ahead.
You sure?
There's already. Don't worry about it. Thought you was leaving.
No, just pitcher time.
Oh, pitcher.
What I like about racers, they're all perverted. I just love it. I do, yeah. Not a normal person in the bud. I think you're asking away from me, Gary. Go ahead. By the way, Tim Shields was the only driver that had a senorita come up with a pink tutu on after he won the championship. He did do that. Yep. We remember that. Midwest Lightning Sprints give an honorable mention as they picked up feature wins but didn't quite make the top 5. Goes to Ryan Kent driving car number 30 and Mark Billings driving car number 68. They had feature wins. 5th place goes to Tom Brown driving car number B20, sponsored Tom Brown Racing. 4th place, Mark K. Billings with 4 wins on the season. Kansas City, Missouri, sponsored by Liquid Powder Coat Finishes and BLS Chassis. 3rd place, driving car number 13 on Yellowbird, Luke McGee. He had 1 win on the season. He is out of El Dorado Springs, Missouri, sponsored by McGee Racing, Rod Supply, and Lucas Oil Products. 2nd place in the points, driving car number 01 is Bobby Lane. Had 4 wins on the season. He is out of Kansas City, Missouri, sponsored by Lane Machine Works, Wheeler Trucking, Abbott Body Shop, and Hardcore Customs. And your track champion, respect the stripes, old Tony the Tiger, Tony Lane, with 1 win on the season. Out of Kansas City, Missouri, sponsored by Lane Machine Works, Wheeler Trucking, Abbott Body Shop, and Hardcore Customs. Great job, Tony. Respect the stripes. I'm telling you, none of these drivers are right. I'm just saying. I've never seen it. All right, moving right along to the E-Mod. Special mention to Connie Grenier, number 25, J.R. Bird, number 88B, and Rowdy Chris Deshawn, number 41. They all had feature wins on the year at I-35 Speedway, but did not make the top 5 in points. 5th place in the points, driving the car number 75, one of the chick magnets, that is Austin Bozak out of Trenton, Missouri, sponsored by Cameron Engines and Bozak Racing. 4th place, other chick magnet, driving that car number 33, Nitro Nicholas Carpenter out of Leavenworth, Kansas. He is sponsored by Maxon Racewire, Dirtworks Chassis, Victory Trophies and Plaques, Rivers Edge Scrap Management, Hayes Sheet Metal, FBB, and Final. 3rd place, driving car number 36J, the Hammer, John Brown, 7 wins out of Lancaster, Kansas, sponsored by Brown Construction, Luke David Fencing, and Yancey's Automotive. 2nd place in the points, driving car number 6A, Amos Moses himself, Leroy Cameron out of Cameron, Missouri, sponsored by Foster Trench and Cameron, Engines, Cameron Garage, Allstate Auto, and Dairy Queen. And you've already saw him up here once, driving car number 77, your E-Mod I-35 Speedway track champion, Kent Bailey, with 4 wins on the year out of Liberty, Missouri. on, Leroy, give it a program. Get her in there, Amy.
Just count them, Bob, and tell them.
Turning back to Lakeside Speedway, USRA B-Mods. In 10th, Matt Pugh. In 9th, Sam Schuler. In 8th, Randall Schiffelbein Jr. In 7th, Jake Richards. In 6th, Tim Powell. In 5th, Luke Neiman. Yancey Shepard in 4th, Shadron Turner in 3rd. In 2nd, Ed Knoll. And your champion, Chad Clancy.
Push the button, Tim.
Job, Randall!
USRA B-Mods at I-35 Speedway. I'd like to give a special mention to Jake Richards, Jacob Fleece, and Yancey Shepard. All of them picking up feature wins, but not making the top 10 in points. 10th place in points, you already saw him as Rookie of the Year in our B-Mod class. Also like to give a shout out to Richard Biggs. Him and Richard Biggs went down to the very last race of the year to decide the Rookie of the Year points. And Richard had some trouble, but coming home. And in 10th place in the points, the good-looking one, Daniel Harris out of Kearney, Missouri, sponsored by Timberline Logging. 9th place, driver car number 42, the Ageless Wonder, Gene Claxton out of Kansas City, Missouri, sponsored by Main Street Auto Body, AAA Transmission. 8th place, car number 95, Mike, the Babyface Nelson. He's out of Cameron, Missouri, sponsored by Abby Nelson Photography, Cook Collision, and Grenier Racing. 7th place, car number 22B, the Boo Man, Mitch Booher out of Bethany, Missouri, sponsored by Bullseye Trading and Century. 6th place, car number 17X, the old Fireball, Clint Baker out of Meadville, Missouri, sponsored by Trenton Vending, Wounded Warriors, and WW Motorsports. 5th place, car number 76, old Rockin' Ronnie Miller out of Trenton, Missouri. 4th place, car number 7K, Doug Keller, 3 wins to his credit. He's out of St. Joe, Missouri. 3rd place, car number 96C, Mr. Excitement himself, Jim Cameron out of Cameron, Missouri, had 2 wins on the year, sponsored by Starboard Racing, Cameron Engines, and Foster Trenching. 2nd place, driving car number 57, Randy Ainsworth, with 4 wins on the season out of Excelsior Springs, sponsored by Wabash Barbecue, Shelter's Flooring, Wall Covering, and AutoZone. And first place for USRA, not only track champion here but and Lakeside, but also your United States USRA National Champion, Smooth Chad Clancy. Total wins for Chad Clancy on the season at I-35 was 12 wins. He is out of Smithfield, Missouri, sponsored by Westfall GMC, Adams and Eden Concrete Pumping, and Larry Shaw Chassis. What a phenomenal year he had to pick up all these titles.
For Lakeside Speedway, USRA A-Mods. In 10th, Terry Schultz. In 9th, Danny Barker. In 8th, Jared Steins. In 7th, Kirby Steins. Trevor Hunt. In 6th, Darren Fuquay. In 5th, Tim Carrick finishes 4th. Mark Schaffman in 3rd. Gary Davis in 2nd. And your champion, Nick Binninger.
You kind of smiling there, Burl. Hang in there, yeah.
You got the big one.
Nice haircut, bro. Close haircut, okay.
Oh, I thought you meant it was short compared to these guys.
I'm telling you, they're all perverts here. A lot of bonding going on up here. Easy.
Easy.
USRA Modifieds at I-35 Speedway. Like special congratulations to winners who did not make the top 10. Isaac Dotson, Trevor Hunt, Kerry Davis, Mark Schaffman, Nick Binninger, Jesse Sobbing on feature wins at I-35 Speedway. 10th place, driving car number 41, Insane Shane Florence out of Plattsburgh, Missouri. 9th place in the points to $17, Shane Lawson out of Stewartsville, Missouri. 8th place, car number 26, Dandy Randy Smith out of Hamilton, Missouri. 7th place, driving car number 26S, old Superman himself, Stephen Glenn, with 1 win on the year. He's out of Hamilton, Missouri, sponsored by Hothead Salon. 6th place, car number 92 of Tyler Grooms out of Trenton, Missouri, sponsored by Mullen Farms, WW Motorsports, and Hughes Chassis. 5th place, driving car number 71, Slim Jim Hopkins, 1 win to his credit out of Rayville, Missouri, sponsored by Hopkins Racing and Cameron Engine. 4th place, driving car number 2H, the old red-headed fireball himself, John Hanson, out of Stewartsville, Missouri. I love his sponsor. Sponsored by the Pampered Chef and Murray K Cosmetics and DX Racing. 3rd place, driving car number 29, old Big Daddy Dennis Elliott with 6 wins on the season. He is out of Mount Ayr, Iowa, sponsored by Glendenning Motors, Traeger Grills, GRT Chassis, and Napa Auto Parts. 2nd place, driving car number 75, the Bud Man, Bud Wilson, 1 win on the year out of Trenton, Missouri, sponsored by McCarthy Auto Group Bus, Buffalo Johnson Ridge Development, Coca-Cola Bottling, and Greens Rolling Farms. And your USRA Modified I-35 Speedway Track Champion, driving car number 69, the old Zack Attack, Zach Sanders with 7 wins on the year. Out of Kearney, Missouri, sponsored by American Masonry Contractors, AAF Fleet Service, GRT Chassis, and Prime Racing Products. That was low. Good, but low. I like it. He didn't. Hey Jim, look at Dean. He got something to tell you.
I am, Dean.
Hey, Bud, you need to wait.
Congratulations to all these guys. A great battle this year. These guys put on a well of a show. USRA Modifieds at I-35 Speedway. All classes done an outstanding job for us all year. I tell you what, no better racing anywhere than I-35 this year. Let's give these guys another big round of applause. Before I step down, I'd like to thank McCarthy Auto Group, also Mike and Kyle Johnson for the opportunity they give me to announce at I-35 Speedway. I had a lot of fun doing it. Look to see y'all there at the track this year. And yeah, Dean Ray, he's out here. He wanted me to mention him, so I'm mentioning Dean again. Yeah. And is there any fighting going on between the Dodge and the Ford plant, power plants over here? Okay, y'all keeping it pretty settled. Must be a lot of alcohol going back and forth. Yeah, they are. I've noticed. All right. Anyway, thanks, race fans. Have a good night.
The officer and board of directors of CARB would again like to thank all of you for attending tonight's banquet. We hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Please remember, we have a silent auction going on outside, and all the great items. It closes at 10, so make sure to check out all of those items out there. Big Time Sound will begin shortly. We hope you'll stick around, enjoy some dancing, socializing, drinking, and karaoke. Thanks again for coming. Like to see you in the races, and in the words of Tom Wilson, like to end this night with his famous quote. Remember, race fans, speed is for the speedway, not the highway. Drive the safe way, the right way, because we want to see you next year at the racetrack. Good night, everybody. Have fun!